Hi everyone, Aiden here with eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at the RockyMounts MonoRail on our 2020 Kia Sorento. The MonoRail is a platform-style bike rack that can hold up to 2 bikes, and it's going to hold them by the tire. We've got that front wheel hook there holding it upright and in place, with a back wheel strap on as a secondary point of contact. It doesn't make any frame contact, so it's going to be good for carbon frame bikes and alternative frame, and with the 60-pound weight capacity per bike, it's going to be good for some e-bikes too. With this rack, you do have the ability to tilt away with the bikes loaded. At the bottom of the rack, there's a handle that we can pull and lower the whole thing down to gain access to the back of our vehicle. This one tilts down pretty far and gives us a lot of room, so if we need to get something out of the back, we can. Or it just gives us a nice place to sit down before or after our ride and change our shoes. Whatever it is we need, we can do it and not have to worry about unloading the bikes. Now I'll get this closed down and lift the bike rack back up into place. When I do, you'll hear a click, letting us know that it's locked in and ready to drive. With it like this, we can get it unloaded, starting with that back wheel strap, pressing the blue button on the side and undoing the ratcheting strap. And then with one hand on the bike, squeeze the blue handle, push up and out on the arm, and then we can just lift the bike up and away. Everything's open frame and easy to get to, no center mast in our way, so there's no obstacles when we're loading and unloading the bike. I can set this to the side, and we can get everything replaced. This back cradle does pivot to accommodate for different wheelbases, and then everything here folds up nice and flat. And I like to tuck that hook behind the cradle. We can check out some measurements here, starting with our ground clearance. There is a good rise in the shank, so at the back end, we've got a ground clearance of 19.5 inches, which is pretty solid. I don't think we should have to worry about bottoming out. Just watch out for steep driveways and hills. It does add a bit of length to the back here, coming in at 30 inches to the outermost point right here. That's not too bad. It sticks out a little further than some of the other bike racks we've tested today, but not by any egregious amount. If bikes are unloaded, we want to leave this in the hitch between rides and save some space. We can fold it using that same handle as before. That'll cut down our distance added down to 11 inches, so it's a lot more manageable in parking spaces, and it doesn't come too close to the vehicle either. At the closest point, we've got probably 2.5 inches of space, and there's really not any movement in the bike rack at all, so I'm not worried about vehicle contact. Coming down the bike rack, we've got a point right here where we can run our cable lock to, so our bikes can get locked to the rack. And then moving towards the hitch, we can see a matching lock core that is key to like, so our hitch is locked up, or the bike rack is locked up in the hitch with that same key. That also functions as our anti-rattle bolt, keeping things solid in that 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube that it works with. And overall, the MonoRail, is a really solid bike rack. It's got a lot of capability and a lot of nice features. If you don't need a full 60-pound weight capacity, I would look into the Kuat Sherpa as well. It's made of some slightly nicer materials, and we've seen that over time it tends to hold up a little bit better. But it only has a 40-pound weight capacity, so if you need that heavier capacity, go with this. If you don't need it, maybe look into the Sherpa, and you might find a better fit for your vehicle. Either way you go, though, they're going to work really well and hold the bikes really securely. Thanks for watching.
Here it is on our test course. We'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Next, we're at the alternating speed bumps, which we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. And finally, we have the full speed bumps, where we'll see the up and down action, which is just like driving out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.